guys, I am feeling it this morning. I woke up, my body was sore, my face is freaking sunburnt and windburnt, and I dug a splinter, carbon fiber splinter out of my hand that I got on the first day. But it's all cool. We're out here, and that is my launch that goes eastward and downhill slightly. I was really hoping the wind would be out of the east this morning, but it might not. It looks like it's slightly out of the south right now. It's gonna be a really tough one. I'm kind of nervous about it, but I'm gonna walk over here and see if maybe I can pull off a southward launch without dying. Yeah, normally those hotel carts are big enough to put a motor on, but theirs are tiny here, so yeah, I don't know about this southward launch. Sketch city over here. I'm gonna check it out. We'll get all the gear out, put everything on, and I'll see you guys on the Cena. All right. This launch I got lined up, I switched positions because the wind was legit giving me a tailwind on the other one. Yeah, this launch is gonna be full on, all hands on deck, 10 out of 10, sketchy. So I'm probably not gonna do much talking until I get in the air, just so I can concentrate, try not to mess this up. There's very little wind, but with this amount of weight, I really need to optimize any little bit I can get. So I gotta shoot that gap without hitting the truck or the light pole. The flight plan today is to try to get to Wendover, which is almost 100 miles away, apparently up high. We have another hefty tailwind, another early morning, freezing cold flight up at the high altitudes. I sent my departure message. Thank you, motor. Not too bad. I have got to hit this gap perfectly centered. Phew. Quick breather, then we'll send it. That's how you do a launch. Holy shit. Woo! Freaking hugged it. Wing came up to the left, so I dropped the right A, kept the left A, pumped it to the right. It came back just in time to commit. This is still my throttle descend technique, where I put my gloves back on because it's bloody cold up here. F the strap, just get power on and do the strap the rest of the way. I'm gonna pull out my phone and pick the right heading, and then I'm just gonna climb. All right, that seems about right. Let's get the right glove on. Gloves are on. We're set to cruise. It's gonna be a cold one this morning. So this morning I woke up, and like I said, I was feeling it. I got about 6 hours of sleep, but I was pretty drained. My body hurt from carrying all this weight. I didn't feel too hot, but I just took it slow. We're right at sunrise now. I think the two other guys launched just before sunrise, but I wasn't really in too much of a hurry. I just wanted to do everything smooth and do it right so that I could nail that launch, because I knew either way I went, the way I did go or the way down the hill was going to be sketch balls. I explained yesterday when I was at the gas station, or after I left the last gas station, it was coming up on sunset and I needed to find a good place to spend the night, and I didn't really want to camp at this gas station, even though the guy welcomed me. I just really wasn't feeling that. And Jackpot here wasn't on my list of stops, but I did a bunch of searching and found that this town had a gas station, a nice big open airport, and a hotel
So I kind of took the risk of going farther west, but now hopefully it's kind of like a advantage because I bypass a lot of restricted airspace and bypass my sketchy gas stops. Hopefully I can just climb up to altitude, get a good tailwind, and get all the way to Wendover. So Wendover's an airport, but it's not listed to have fuel, so I'm probably going to land at one of the truck stops. If I draw a straight line from here to there, I actually go through the restricted airspace. So I plotted a point that's just on the edge of the restricted airspace. That'll get me really close, and then I should just be able to pick up a highway and find where the airport and gas station is. Alright, let's just do a quick airspeed check, see what my altitude's at. Not too bad so far. I'm at 31 knots, 6,700 feet, 32 knots, and I'm still trimmed in. So I think I'm already touching a little bit of tailwind. I think I'm going to shut the camera off for this climb, and I'll get some footage up top between here and Wendover, and then hopefully I'll film the landing.
Alright, so I just made it to Wendover, and as you could probably tell from that landing, it was pretty windy. It's not just windy, but there's a mountain range over there, and the wind's coming right over it and making it super turbulent down here. So I was kind of caught off guard how sketchy it felt. But I'm at this Pilot gas station. I'm probably not going to hurry. I sent my message that I'm staying on the ground for at least an hour. I'm going to go in, get some food, see about some coffee, and then I'll do my fueling and see about launching from that little random field again. I think I can get out of here without a problem. It's just going to be a little sketchy, and I have to go kind of crosswind, so I was making good headway the whole way here, but I'm going to check some wind forecasts and we'll see what it looks like. Alrighty, so I'm gassed up. This is quite a long fuel stop, but I guess that's how it goes. So I actually encountered a slight problem. I noticed when I spin my propeller, it's supposed to free spin nice and easy, and it hits the spot of resistance right horizontal, and I found my clutch is dragging because if I try to pull it through, the clutch is got to be touching a little bit. I'm hoping it's not a problem because the thing is, the clutch is only really in the either not engaged or in the middle when I'm going off of idle, which only really happens on the ground and when I'm coming in for a landing. When I'm cruising, hopefully it should just stay locked, but it's a little worrying. So I really hope it makes it to the finish line. But anyway, look at that flag over there. It's hauling pretty good. I'm a little sketched about this launch. It's at the upper limit of like what I feel comfortable launching in if it's just laminar, but it's also not laminar because when I came in I experienced some pretty gnarly turbulence. I think my game plan is going to be get the wing up and then I'll probably get a little altitude and go that way and around, because if I took the shorter route, I'm just putting myself downwind of that mountain where all the turbulence is rolling over. The mission for this flight is to cross the salt flats, which I think are that way, and
that shouldn't be too hard. It's a short flight, but I'm gonna do that and then go for a longer one afterwards. We'll see how this launch pans out. This morning I hucked a 0 wind launch, and now it's completely the opposite. All the wind launch. Got a freaking tumbleweed in my lines. It doesn't go there. Always an interesting launch on the Icarus race. I'm just kind of scared of that turbulence from that mountain. Sweet. Motor's still running, even without a perfect clutch. So far I've put about 20 hours on the motor. Plenty of people with their cameras out, just in case I fail miserably. Nope. Got it. Sketchy power lines. There it is, exiting Sketch City hopefully soon. I'm trying to go around this populated area and get out of the rotor from that mountain. That was a very, very slow climb out. It felt like I was in a constant downdraft. I wasn't climbing at all. And then once I popped out of it, I hit some turbulence, but then I started to be able to climb again. All right, we're gonna shoot this gap, and then I gotta go that way. So I'm taking the long exit out for safety to try to escape the rotor from that mountain. If you're not a paramotor person or flying person in general, rotor is what happens on the backside of any object that the wind is blowing over. So even a house on a smaller level compared to a mountain will have rotor behind it. It's something you always have to be aware of. All right, well, I've got a pretty hefty tailwind or headwind at this altitude. This is awkward. You can see the highway crosses the salt flats right there. And that's exactly the route I have to take. On the other end of that highway is my gas stop. Wow. I'm just about parked right here. That's not good. Maybe I have to get down lower. I think my next stop is only 60 miles. So hopefully once I get out into the open air, the direction is more helpful. This is very strange. If this is going to be the case all the way across and I can't find a lower or higher altitude, I might just have to swing back and wait till the wind dies off later. I really hope that's not the case. Well, holy shit. I don't know if this is going to make the cut, but check out that big bastard. Alright, so I checked the windsock at that airfield, and it's pretty much directly out of the north, and this is directly east. So I have a direct crosswind. That might be doable if I can get into some smooth air and make some headway. I haven't made it very far yet. Well, currently I have 26 knots, which isn't actually terrible. ETA is 2 hours and 15 minutes at 26 knots, which I can do. On this road here, I think it's 80 or 84 or something, there's like a corridor of airspace that's open. That way is restricted and that way is restricted for military operations. So even if I wanted to jet and get more of a southerly tailwind, I can't do that because I'd be in restricted airspace. God, these mountains are throwing off some horrible air. There goes that airliner again. Well, it's not really an airliner, it looks military. It's just like doing passes on the airport or something. It's pretty beautiful that way. Awesome geometry. It's starting to feel a little bit smoother here. And I have 24 knots on my ground speed. This app is called Avare, A-V-A-R-E, I think, but it's been really good for navigating. Well, I'm feeling a lot better right here. I'm definitely not going fast, but things have smoothed out, and I don't feel like I'm crabbing a whole lot. By that I mean, like, if you have a crosswind, in order to fly a straight line, you're pointed one way, but you're going a few degrees off of that. I'm pretty stoked on this. I've always wanted to come out to the Salt Flats. It just seems like a interesting place. I think it's that time where I'm going to power off the GoPro and we're just gonna cruise for a little while. Dude, there goes that plane again. He's legit just like shooting approaches or circling the airport or something. Kind of sketch balls. Alright, I'm gonna peace out. I'm gonna update my Instagram. And we'll see you guys hopefully at the end of this road. We're almost across the Salt Flats, and I have to say, I think this has been the worst flight of my life. I mean, it's beautiful scenery and everything, don't get me wrong, but I've had a really, really slow ground speed, and it's been crazy turbulent the whole way, so my shoulders are nearly shot from actively piloting the wing. My actual destination is up around that mountain range in front of me, but I'm actually coming up on a rest area, and I think I'm going to put it down there and just wait at least an hour or two and hope that the conditions die down, because I'm getting lifted and sunk down by thermals, and my other gas station is slightly downwind of a mountain range, just like the one I just launched from. I have enough gas to make it there, but I don't feel safe venturing into those mountains with these conditions. It's just gnarly out here. Oh man, this is some gnarly flying conditions. It's hard to tell which way the wind's going. That's more like it there. You know what? I'm just gonna plop her down out here in the weeds. Yeah. Nope. Don't come down on top of me. Shit. Line's caught over my cage. Dude, this is some gnarly wind. I'm gonna get unclipped safely, get this line off of my head, and then I'm just gonna sit in the picnic table till it gets less sketchy. Safe call. I'm happy that I am on the ground safely. I think it's 2 or 3 o'clock right now, so this is prime thermic conditions.
Well, if you haven't noticed yet, my biggest fail was not wearing sunscreen. I don't know, I've sat here for like an hour maybe, and the conditions might be improved a little bit. I think I'm just gonna get my stuff together and go for it, because I calculated like how many hours I need to get to the destination I'm hoping to get to tonight. That means I kind of have to leave soon. The goal is to get to that gas station, fill up kind of quickly, and then I want to fly, it's basically southeast to an airport called Nephi, I think it is. But I have to cross over some massive peaks for that, so it's going to be gnarly, but I should have kind of a favorable cross tailwind. So I'm going to get my stuff together and we'll send it out of this little spot. So check this out, I was about to pick up my wing. There's a full-size rock in there. I better take that out and check for more. grabbing some gas. All the way to Vegas eventually. Yeah, we're doing a race.
Have a good day, man.
You too, man.
How do you take off that thing?
In this sort of wind, I can inflate it like a kite, and then I turn around and hit the power and just fly away. Normally, if there's zero wind, you have to run really hard, and then you start to add power and you take off. You guys don't have sunscreen, do you?
What?
Sunscreen?
Sunscreen, yeah.
Oh, you do?
Oh man. Well, I just turned my camera off, so I thought, and I just turned it on actually. So I don't know if I missed that whole fiasco on the launch, but yeah, I just got out of the gas station. We are cruising right along. I gotta hop over this ridge, so I'm going pretty hard on the climb rate right now. Once I get over this ridge, there's a couple more mountain ranges, some kind of unforgiving terrain. One restricted spot that I have to be over 8,000 feet to go around. Primarily the wind is out of the north, so it's pushing that way. And I'm going on basically a 45-degree angle to the southeast. So once I get up to altitude, I should be slightly benefiting from a tailwind at an angle. This is a pretty tough leg. The strong winds today, and it's 86 miles, I think. So I'm really gonna keep an eye on my ground speed, make sure that I'm gonna get there and not run out of gas, not run out of daylight. So I'm gonna push onward, and I'll see you guys when we get close to landing. I gotta say, this has been one of the more stressful flights. I've had two good flights today. One because of crazy turbulence, and one because of the sunset. And it's gonna be a beautiful sunset, but you know, I was about a third of the way here, and it dawned upon me that sunset's in an hour, and my ETA was telling me I have 2 hours. I can fly half an hour after sunset because I got my strobe, but 2 hours would have put me a whole hour after sunset. So somewhere around the halfway point, I got on speed bar because I have the fuel to make it. Right now I'm holding half speed bar. Look at that beautiful peak. That's so rad. Yeah, I'm on half speed bar, and I'm set to make it about 20 minutes after sunset, which is totally cool. Once I get over this little ridge, the last ridge here, I might full speed it, because I'm pretty sure I'll be totally fine on fuel. But it's freaking stressing me out the whole way. I didn't really have any other closer fields selected. Kind of a tricky situation. I'm gonna go back to speed barring it, and we'll catch up at the landing. Alright, I'm gonna try to illuminate myself and film. Okay,
So I'm not gonna look at the light because it's really bright, but check this out. I don't know if you can see behind me, there's a courtesy car, and I just called the number on the thing, talked to a nice man, and he told me where the key's at. He told me I'm free to camp here. He recommended a hotel in town, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna camp here. They got this little building that's just bathrooms. I might sleep on the floor in there because I think it's heated. I'm gonna get that rolling. Once everything is stowed in the bathroom area, I'm gonna take the car to town and get some dinner, hopefully. So pretty stoked. It's awesome, dude. Little airports like this is like, it feels like second home. Let's do some stuff. All right, so I mixed my oil. I got all my stuff, including my tracker device, plugged in on the charger. All my gear is stowed pretty much. I'm leaving the motor outside so it doesn't smell horrible. Yeah, I'm going to go find the courtesy car and ride into town. There's a Wendy's that's open late, and I'm gonna see if I can find somewhere that has that sunscreen. All right, and the courtesy car, let's see if this works. It just seems wrong that there would be oh, those are the wipers. Headlights. It just seems wrong. Oh, that's the wipers again. This is like too good to be true. Freaking sweet ride. I don't know what that freaking Apache attack helicopter's doing over there. Oh, what the hell? Simmer down. Okay. Dude, it's even got a full tank of gas. Rad. Alright, let's go to Wendy's or something. Oh man, I am so incredibly tired. I ate at Wendy's. I picked up some aloe face cream and also some sunscreen for tomorrow, kid size, so I can actually travel with it. But yeah, the motor's ready to go. All I gotta do is sleep, wake up in the morning. I got myself an energy drink to hopefully wake up to. And tomorrow morning, we're gonna do the whole pass over this massive mountain range. It goes up 10 or 11,000 feet. And I'm gonna have probably a direct headwind, so it'll be a tough one. But the airport's not that far away that I'm trying to get to. And then I'm just gonna keep pushing east into the desert to get to Monument Valley. Yeah, this flying stuff takes a lot out of you. It's crazy, but crazy awesome fun. Hope you guys are enjoying these. Tune in for the next one, see how far I get. Maybe 2 to 3 more days and I'll make it to the finish line. We'll see how the weather stacks up. Till then, peace out.